kahit na walang vaccine, kahit na walang cure pa sa pandemic, I see recovery coming steadily, not dramatically. Pero I am very confident about our Philippine economy. For the next 30 years non-stop, magiging positive growth tayo. Yung parang madadapa lang ang economy ng Pilipinas. Huwag tayo matakot, huwag tayo mag-worry sobra. Alam mo ako, Marvin, pag may crisis ng kabataan ko, sabi ko, temporary lang lahat yan kasi naniniwala ako ang destiny ko is success.
Hi everyone, we are in for a very, very special, para sa akin na treat kasi we have an entrepreneur, but not just an entrepreneur, a student of history, and he knows how things have happened in certain business cycles in the Philippines, and he will give his opinion on ano nangyayari talaga ngayon. Para ito goal ko, the goal of this video is to educate you para hindi kayo matakot, hindi rin naman kayo mag-act based on emotion, but you can decide based on wisdom. We have Wilson Lee Flores from Kabuning Bakery. Then he's also a Philstar columnist na sobrang galing din sa real estate. How are you, Wilson? How's everything?
Good afternoon. Okay ako. Even though boring konti ang pandemic sa buong mundo, parang paralyzed many parts of the economy worldwide. Natutuwa ako, naaliw ako because of baking and other things and learning also. Watching your videos, maganda yung mga ginagawa mo sa YouTube, nakakatuwa. Crisis is a time to learn and strengthen ourselves for the coming better times.
Doon pa lang sobrang sulit na, guys, you have to remember that yung time na to, use this time to be able to build your skill. And speaking of that, ito yung question ko. Sa YouTube channel na to, sobrang dami natin na invite ng mga fund manager, analysts, economists, stock brokers na nagbigay ng update nila sa ano nangyayari sa market at sa economy. Ito question ko, as a student of history and a person who has seen so many economic cycles, ano sa tingin mo yung nangyayari sa Philippine economy? Tapos in your opinion also, yung recovery ba ng Philippines, matagal ba o mabilis?
The moment the Philippines and the world magka-stabilize yung pandemic problem na yan, tayo magkakaroon ng tinatawag na V-recovery, yung mabilis, malakas, robust, and dynamic recovery. Kasi unlike other economies worldwide, ang fundamentals, yung tinatawag na macroeconomic fundamentals ng economy ng Pilipinas, very, very positive, very, very good. In fairness, for the last 10-15 years, yung national government ng Pilipinas, doesn't matter whether it's Duterte, Aquino, or Gloria Arroyo, the former economics professor ko, in fairness, lahat sila very responsibly manage ang economy natin. We have some of the best managers in the economy worldwide. Kaya the moment mag-stabilize yung pandemic problem of the world, which is not isolated sa Pilipinas lang, talagang biglang magbo-boom tayo and mag-recover tayo better than other economies. In fact, mas optimistic pa ako about Philippine economic recovery than USA economic recovery. May nagsasabi sa ibang tao, US baka 10-20 years pagka mag-recover ng kasi maraming social, political, and even demographic problems sila. Tayo, ang problema natin is just the pandemic and the worldwide slump. Pero demographically, we are a country with so many young people, productive, talented, waiting to work and to earn money and buy stocks, buy their homes. Tapos, tayo pa, we have very little debt. Yung utang ba? Ang Amerika, Japan, grabe baon sa utang compared sa atin. In fact, sobrang conservative pang economic managers natin compared sa other countries. So, we are positioned for economic growth. Isa pa, Marvin, yung ginagawa ng gobyerno na build in the last 2-3 years, fantastic yan for economic growth. Ibig sabihin, inaayos kahit na may pandemic, inaayos yung mga bridges, yung mga highway, tapos may parating pa yung pangatlong telecom na dapat gumanda internet natin. Kaya mag-zoom tayo, better Zoom, better internet, better entertainment. All of these things are the foundations for a great economy. So, habang ginagawa ko lahat ito, the moment mag-recover tayo, talagang very confident ako. Ito pa, Parvin, di ba na-mention mo, mahilig ako sa history. History buff ako. The last time this happened in the world na nangyari na may worldwide epidemic or pandemic was 1918 up to 19...
Wow.
Almost exactly 100 years ago. 1918 to 1920, kamuntik talaga mag-collapse ang world economy. Nakalimutan ng mga tao sa mundo, everybody keeps on talking about the Great Depression lang. Pero they forgot that almost mangyari yung first Great Depression noong 1920. Kasi talagang na-paralyze ang economy, maraming nakamas, natatakot lumabas, talagang maraming namatay, maraming nakasakit worldwide. Tapos ang nangyari, nakalimutan ng mga tao, after that 2 years crisis na yan, alam mo nangyari, Marvin, after 1920, after that grabe na crisis na million namatay sa buong mundo, ang tinatawag sa Amerika, the Roaring Twenties. Nag-boom ang buong economy ng Amerika hanggang Europe, sobrang boom. Ang tawag nila doon, the Roaring Twenties, 1920s yun eh, buong 1920s from 1920 to 1929, may nagtatawag doon, they call it also the Jazz Age. Sobrang robust, sobrang optimistic. Yung mga tao nagpa-party sa labas, gumagastos. Yung mga mansion pinagagawa, ang ganda ng mga mansion up to now, all over Europe, even in Asia. So ang feeling ko, the moment the whole world can overcome this pandemic, which is a matter of time, I believe, kasi we have better technology now, we have made better medical research than 100 years ago, may internet pa tayo, so information ang bilis kumalat noon. Baka kalabaw pa, kalapati pa, ang ships pa bago kumalat ang balita. Ngayon, internet lang, di ba? So, naniniwala ako, magtiyaga lang ang tao, we persevere, we take care of ourselves, we take care of our finances, we become healthy financially and physically, emotionally, we persevere. The moment na mag-recover ang mundo, we should be ready for the economic boom. Especially Philippines and Asia. Ang isang role model natin sa kapitbahay natin, Vietnam and China. Wala pang vaccine, they're already recovering fantastic now. Vietnam and China doing very well now economically despite the worldwide slump. Kaya kung okay na buong mundo, we will be like them.
Meron bang connection, for example, you said that the recovery na V-shape na mabilis will happen when the cure, or at least when we go back to normal. May effect ba yun, kunyari we go back to normal by 2021, or kunyari 2024 pa mag-go back into normal? May effect ba yun if it takes a longer time?
I think may effect din yun kasi hindi lang tayo may crisis. Kasi the customers ng Philippine economy, ng exports, ng OFW, is the whole world, interconnected. Ibig sabihin, if the whole world is in trouble, if Europe is in trouble, if America is in terrible crisis, alam mo ngayon, as we are talking, stock markets all over Europe down eh. Dahil nagkasakit si Donald Trump na ayaw mag-mask. And the first lady niya may sakit. So it affects everything. But our situation, Philippines by itself, we are better positioned for recovery than them. But we have to have the whole world somehow recover. And I believe, naniniwala ako, it's not only the vaccine, it's a little bit, after 2 years, I remember 1918 to 1920, wala akong nabasang vaccine eh. 1918 to 1920, somehow, I don't know if it's herd immunity or whatever it is, I don't know what happened, after 2 years, nawala na yung problema of the epidemic. Pero there was no vaccine 1920 eh, naalala ko. Research ko lahat, binasa ko lahat, wala akong nabasang somebody or a company or a country came out with a vaccine in 1920. So I'm more optimistic now because we have better science, we have medical research, we have better data than 100 years ago. So hopefully, the whole world will recover soon. And magugulat na lang yung mga pessimist na ayaw maniwala if they're not ready physically, financially to take advantage of the boom or the recovery, sayang naman. We should strengthen ourselves by health, emotions, and finances. Discipline ourselves, improve ourselves, learn from people like you, Marvin, study habang walang ginagawa, kung konti ng negosyo or konti ang trabaho, Di ba, ibang tao, konti lang ang trabaho every week, every day. Imbes na sayangin ng oras sa pure entertainment, Netflix lang, we should watch more videos ni Marvin, read more books about investing, health, learn and equip ourselves for better times.
Oh, galing. Well said. That's why sobrang yaman eh. Follow-up question. Given that magre-recover tayo, what is your advice naman dun sa mga tao na, okay, hindi naman masyado naapektuhan yung kita ko, kumikita pa rin ako, may ipon pa rin ako, hindi naman ako lubog sa utang, tapos may extra naman ako na pwede kong i-invest.
Yeah.
Do you suggest that in the midst of this uncertainty, in the midst of this crisis, in the midst of this pandemic, ngayon ba dapat sila mag-invest o hintayin nila mawala muna lahat o saka sila mag-invest?
Ay, very good question yan. Pinag-iisipan ko din yan. Kung mayroon kayong excess funds o savings or na extra na set aside na funds o pera na hindi naman kailangan for emergencies or kung walang ma-hospitalize sa family members nyo na kailangan gastusin, kung may konti kang excess, I would suggest invest as the advice of Marvin, ano ang mga companies na recession-proof? Diba there are companies in the stock market in the Philippines and Asia na may crisis or may gera, buhay pa rin yan eh. May crisis or may gera or may problema, talagang may benta pa yan, kikita ng malaki, recession-proof, and also real estate. Kung kailangan ninyo ng bahay or you want to buy real estate for rental income, this is the best time to not immediately buy, to start researching, asking around sa neighborhood, sino ang nagmamadali magbenta, they want to raise cash, or go to the bank, sino saan na foreclose. This is a good time to start research. And kung may opportunity, i-grab yan kung okay. Pero wag mag-overextend our finances, wag masyadong mag-leverage during crisis times. Kung may excess money, you are confident, compute mo, this is a good opportunity actually, Marvin. Kung may crisis, ang daming pagkakataon, baka noon, during boom times, sobrang tumataas everything, wala kang time to buy something of good economic value or discount. Ngayon, marami kang makukuha discount everywhere. Everywhere. From stock market to real estate. Today lang while we are talking, the Europe stock markets are all down. I think it will be down US stock market. And tomorrow, all over Asia, it will be down. Not because the economy is problematic, but it's because of an external weird factor. Yung presidente ng largest economy in the world, USA, may sakit. Yun, maganda yan. It's not the company that is problematic. It's not the, it's some external factors. Magandang pagkakataon yan for people with some excess cash na you don't need for emergencies. During crisis, if you have excess funds or savings na you don't need for emergencies, i-invest natin dapat yan. Suggestion ko.
Yung worry kasi ng mga tao, pag ngayon ako mag-invest, what if bumaba pa lalo? What if, what if, because hindi ko alam yung mangyayari, what if mas malala pa yung mangyari sa perang in-invest ko? What's your suggestion?
Ang suggestion ko, you have to seek experts like Marvin, si Marvin na yung magaling sa stock market and other experts na or information. You can look for companies na may magandang earnings, may magandang consistent dividends na hindi ka hahabol lang sa taas baba ng stock market price and real estate price. For example, real estate, you get something na may consistent rental income. Whether tumaas yan na mataas, that's already a windfall ba? Parang bonus mo na lang yan. Tapos sa stock market, hindi ako stock market expert, but if you buy a company, yung stocks niya are discounted because of the global pandemic, because of the Trump SARS, yung COVID problem. Ang suggestion ko, look at the earnings nila every year for the past few years, na consistent ba sila, hindi ba affected sila by the global crisis. That would be a good way to invest. Importante to ask the experts. Don't do it ourselves. Parang doktor, kung may sakit tayo, hindi pwede mag-self-medicate.
Since you are an expert in real estate, sobrang dami kang alam sa real estate, yung question ko is this, and relate natin sa stock market din kasi sobrang daming property stock sa stock market. And umakyat yung property market natin dahil sa POGO. And
Yes, yeah.
over the past few months, medyo naapektuhan din yung Pogo industry kasi madami talagang may mga umalis din na Chinese businesses na connected sa Pogo. So given that umakyat yung mga condo kasi doon nila pinatira yung mga tao, yung mga apartments,
Yes.
mga dormitories na connected to that, plus yung mga offices. May possibility ba na bumaba yung property prices? And I'm asking this from a real estate point of view and also a stock market point of view na madaming property stock sa market.
Sure, bababa siya. Sure. In fact, nag-umpisa na yata bumaba, especially mga condominiums. Not only the selling prices, but also the rental incomes. Ako I receive at random, may mga nagte-text na ahente ng real estate or nag-email. Wala pa akong tinatanong, out of curiosity, hindi ko pa tinatanong. Nag-o-offer na sila na we have a special discount ngayon. Pag bumili kayo, may 15% less pag ganyan ang binayad mo. So, lumalabas na yung discounted, which is not actually bad. Kasi, I think, yung pagbaba once in a while of the real estate market is also healthy kasi maraming buyers in the real estate market are end users, Marvin. Not all of them are magba-buy and sell, buy and resell, or rental. Many people in this country who are hardworking professionals and even business people, they want to buy additional home or their first home. This is a great opportunity kasi yung temporary kasi ang crisis eh. All crises in the world, whether emotional, love problem, financial problem, all crises are temporary. Walang forever. Maniwala ka, Marvin. So everything is, even boom, real estate boom is not forever. So this is a good time to look at real estate. It will go down, Marvin. Yung Pogo is a very big positive factor in the resilient and non-stop real estate boom of the Philippines. Usually, ang real estate may cycle yan eh. After several years, bababa na naman yan. Tapos, aakyat na naman. After several years, up, down. Nawala yung slump na cycle. Yung bumaba na cycle nawala because of the Pogo phenomenon. I heard that all the big developers in the Philippines, the top big developers and even the small ones, they all benefited from the Pogo. I know controversial ang Pogo kasi first, alam mo Marvin, bakit controversial? Ang gobyerno mismo ng China against sa Pogo. Hindi lang ang mga politiko natin na nasa opposition ng ayaw dyan, yun mismo the national government of China is against gambling of all forms. So itong mga nagpo-Pogo operators actually in the Philippines are looked upon by the Chinese government as illegal operators. Mabait naman ng gobyerno ng Pilipinas, di man mabait, matalino, gusto to take advantage of the investors. Hindi naman tayo ang biktima eh. Hindi naman biktima ang kliyente nila. Ang kliyente ng gambling are the increasingly wealthy and middle class families in China. Yun ang target market ng Pogo. So, yun mga complaint against Pogo, nagiging political issue. Pero if you look at it objectively, it's talaga win talaga for the Philippines. Talagang it benefits the real estate developers, the carpenters, the contractors, the restaurants, the laundry, all the way to the stock market kasi yung mga real estate developers, ubos daw lahat ng kondo nila. Ubos daw, tas ang rental income daw, very good. Kaya sad to see it. May mga negative stories na malabas, mga crime incidents, and there's natural yan, human na yan. Pero I think hindi natatagal masyado ang Pogo, Marvin, kasi ang gobyerno ng China is very much against it. And then in the Philippines, a lot of things have become unnecessarily political. Naging political issue na to eh. Parang sinisiraan ng Pogo. So I think real estate will slump a little somehow. Mayroon na. Kasi nakaproblema sa Pogo, tapos dumating pa yung pandemic, it will pressure real estate prices in the Philippines, rentals and sale prices. Even the volume of sales, I think, will go down. Pero wag tayong maging negative. Ang positive natin nito, lahat dyan na gusto bumili noon na hindi nakapagbili or hesitant to buy or hindi maraming bargain ngayon. Hindi lang from the developers, from the earlier investors who bought na and who want to cash in na. Marami yan. ang tinatawag na secondary market.
Ko-connect ko lang din, no? Kasi madami sa malalaking developer from SM, Ayala, Mega World, Robinsons, Vistaland, lahat sila may mga mall. And one of the biggest affected sa pandemic na to are malls also. Do you think we will magre-recover pa sila or talagang online na kahit mawala tong pandemic, mas madaming tao na nasanay na sa online and you will see yung mga rental spaces ng malls mas liliit. Kasi the reason why I asked that, kasi kung entrepreneur ako, nakita ko, teka, bumibili naman sa akin online na, tapos makukuha ko lahat ng margins, bakit pa ako magre-rent ng mahal sa mall?
Ako naniniwala ako, malls will somehow come back. Maybe not 100%, maybe 70, 80%, pero they will make a comeback. Ano bakit, Marvin? Human beings are social animals eh. We are social. Ibig sabihin, hindi pwedeng nakakulong ako sa bahay, araw-araw na lang puro online ako kakain. You have to go out, you have to watch movies. Naniniwala ako, the shopping malls in the Philippines are not only places where you shop. It's a place where you socialize. It's a place where you entertain yourself and other people. Nalala mo nung unang panahon ng mga Kastila pa yata, nung unang panahon, yung mga town plaza, that's the place where people socialize, where people hold fiestas. Kailangan ka may place to socialize eh. You cannot just be imprisoned in your house from January to December just ordering food lang from Kamuning Bakery. Kahit masaya ako. Actually, Marvin, I will tell you something fascinating. Nung lockdown nung March 15, April, grabe. I've never seen, alam mo, I bought the Kamuning Bakery a few years ago, rinipipe ko. I've never seen record sales that high. Ang reason, I think, one big reason, because all the malls were totally shut down, di ba? So, walang mapuntahan mga tao. They have to buy from the neighborhood bakeries, yung mga online. Even though I'm happy, pero I want to see the malls come back and I believe they will come back. Talagang hindi sila mawawala kasi social place sila. Entertainment, hindi sila a place where you only shop lang. Kasi kung shopping lang, we can all go to online mga malls, online stores, pero walang thrill eh. Wala kang nakikitang tao, wala kang kausap, walang sinehan. Iba yung Netflix ang iba yung you go out together, watch a movie, may merienda ka. There's something about the mall that Mr. Henry C. pioneered that has totally changed. Kasi we don't have, in the Philippines, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of public parks. Wala tayong maraming public places. I wrote a column noon eh, na sa Philippine Star na bakit sobrang successful ang mga shopping malls. Because governments for the past 100 years failed to build a lot of public parks. The governments in the past 100 years failed to build a lot of public museums, public entertainment areas for people socialize for free, na gatherings and everything. Wala mapuntahan. Saan ka pupunta? Sa mall na lang. Pati simbahan, ginawa na ni Mr. C sa shopping mall. So, even Ayala and Robinson. So, I think the shopping malls will remain. Ito pa, I'll tell you, Marvin, bakit malakas ang benta ng Emperador and all the liquor companies in the Philippines in terms of physical volume? Panoorin mo lahat ng pelikula ng Hollywood sa Pilipinas. Pag nanonood ka ng Hollywood movies, Netflix or movies, pag umiinom mga Amerikano, nasaan? Nag-iisa lang sa bar. Nag-iisa lang umiinom. Or sa bahay, umiinom lang, nag-iisa. Di ba? Nakikipagkwentuhan sa bartender lang, di ba? Nakikipagbulahan. Sa Pilipinas, walang ganyan. Sa Pilipinas, ang inuman, parkada yan eh. Parang piyesta. 10, 20 tao umiinom. Kaya, pag uubos, ilang cases, ubos agad, di ba? We are a very social culture. Ma-socialize ang Pilipino. So, naniniwala ko, the mall is a social gathering place, an entertainment place. So, luckily for the mall owners, it will still be there, pero may effect yun online. The online market will get a slice of the market, pero hindi naman siya negative. Ano bakit? The pie is getting bigger, Marvin eh. Yung parang pizza pie, yung pizza pie mo, noon, kung worth 100 pesos yan, pinaghahati-hatian mo, di ba? Online, ilang percent, yung mall, ilang percent. Lalaki ang online part. Yung share ng pizza ng online, lalaki. Pero okay lang sa mall yun. Ano, bakit? Kasi pag yung mayaman ang economy ng Pilipinas, yung pizza mo lumalaki naman eh. Yung 100 peso worth na pizza mo, magiging 1,000 peso worth na lang ang malaki na yung pizza, di ba? So kahit na lumiit ang share ng mall compared to before, kunyari yung mall noon, 99% of all sales, di ba? Kunyari, kung maging 80% na lang siya, lalaki pa rin ang income ng malls. I have very big confidence kasi per capita in consumption ng Pilipinas sa consumer spending is nothing compared to China, Taiwan, Korea, Singapore. We are very far yet. We have a lot to grow pa. Sa tinapay lang ang per capita consumption natin ng flour and bread is great but nothing yet compared to the richer countries. So naniniwala ko, if we become richer, if the economy continues to get richer, which it will be, sure yan, the malls will not only survive, they will thrive.
Galing. Guys, supportahan pala natin si Wilson sa Kamuning Bakery. Puntahan nyo yung Facebook nila tapos order din kayo. Let's support local entrepreneurs na talagang Instagram also. Instagram. Tsaka si Wilson, very active sa Twitter yan. Just to recap lahat ng sinabi mo, yung real estate market, there will be dips, pero dapat hindi matakot. There will be opportunities. Sa malls din, it will slow down, pero the pie is getting bigger. Then sa economy also, pag nagkaroon ng cure, we will zoom up and the economy will get better. Tapos kung may pera ka, this should be a good time also for you to invest. Any words of advice for people right now? 6 months, 7 months into the lockdown.
Ang tingin ko, by 2021, sigurado ako by middle of the year next year, by June, by May, mag-usap tayo ulit. Iba-iba na siguro ang mundo. Magugulat ka na lang, ay, kahapon lang. Sa tingin ko by 2021, ang advice ko to everyone and to myself, number one, we take care of our health physically. Ibig sabihin, nakakulong tayo sa bahay, that's the time for us to choose what we eat, what we drink every day, and try to sleep. Alam ko, hindi tayo makatulog ng maayos kasi walang ginagawa, o di pa lot of excess energy.
Tsaka wala kang pupuntahan
Walang mapuntahan, tapos ang daming news sa internet, minsan hating gabi na, dami pang news, hindi tayo nakakatulog minsan. We have to take care of our health, eat well, drink well, try to exercise within the house. Hindi na kailangan mag-gym muna. Also, our emotional health. Don't be depressed. Don't be too sad. Lahat ng crisis sa mundo, whether romantic, financial, emotional, anything crisis, it will pass. It will pass. It will make us stronger. What doesn't kill us will make us stronger. Somebody said, si Nietzsche ba yun? Number two, we have to take care of our financial health. Suggestion ko lang, kung may utang tayo na hindi kailangan, kung kaya natin, i-pay off mo some of your loans. I-lessen natin ang utang natin kung kaya lang. Tapos, huwag mangutang, magtipid tayo, learn to improve ourselves, research ng research, study ng study, make our minds and our health improve. Hindi to bola dahil si Marvin Hermon nandito. We have to keep on watching sa YouTube and research and read books ng mga people like Marvin Hermo na experts sila on investing, or not only experts, especially sila monitoring the markets, investments. Let us study for opportunities. Kasi alam mo Marvin, kung naka-ready ka always, pag may pakakataon dumaan, you are ready. Never lose hope. Always be optimistic. Always. Nagsalita yung CEO ng Century Tuna, yung Century Pacific. Tapos ano mo, kwento niya, people are talking about V-shape or U-shape recovery of economies, di ba? Sabi niya, ang tatay niya, si Ricardo Po Sr., the founder of Century Tuna, ang buhay nun W daw. Ano mo yung W? Humirap sila nung gera sa China, bata siya, teenager, kasama nanay niya pumunta sa Pilipinas. So, bumaba, di ba? W, pababa. Nung umakyat, nag-negotiate siya sa advertising, yumaman konti. So, umakyat na, naging V na, di ba? Tapos, naging stockbroker siya in the early 70s. Siya, trade on margins. Sobrang nag-take ng risk yung tatay niya, sobra-sobra. Then, nagka-oil crisis sa Middle East, 1973. So, the whole stock market of the Philippines and the world yata na-collapse, na bankrupt yata yung founder ng Century Tuna. So, bumaba ulit. Tapos, later on, stumbled into manufacturing of tuna. Umakyat ulit kay W daw. Anong moral lesson yan? In life, there are ups and downs. Never give up. Never give up. Always have hope. Anong lesson for us in this pandemic? We will get through this crisis and let us help each other sa Philippines. Instead of complaining more, let us think of positive things that we can do to help our neighbors, our friends, our relatives, and most important, the Philippine economy. Maging positibo tayo. Whatever our politics is, we have one economy that we want to revive. Magtulungan tayo, and I'm confident, Marvin, it's a matter of time. Now, ang ginagawa yun ng gobyerno, hindi ako expert, they're lessening the restrictions, they're gradually opening the economy. It will, kahit na walang vaccine, kahit na walang cure pa sa pandemic, I see recovery coming steadily, not dramatically. Pero I am very confident about our Philippine economy. For the next 30 years non-stop, magiging positive growth tayo. Yung parang madadapa lang ang economy ng Pilipinas. Huwag tayo matakot, huwag tayo mag-worry sobra. Alam mo ako, Marvin, pag may crisis ng kabataan ko, sabi ko, temporary lang lahat yan kasi naniniwala ako ang destiny ko is success.
Wow.
Yun ang feeling ko. Parang it's a matter of time, it will come. All the things na nangyayari, may crisis man or may nangyari na masama sa buhay mo, aberration yan, abnormality yan, hindi yan ang destiny mo. Maging confident tayo, God created us, brought us to this world for good, positive things. May magbuting mangyayari, especially to good people. Kaya we should be positive and optimistic without being blind to the problems.
Wow. Well said. Thank you. And what I like about you, Wilson, super optimistic with your feet planted on the ground also. So, thank you so much for giving us your wisdom. And sa mga nanonood, kung gusto nyo bumalik si Wilson, say, I want Wilson and we're gonna have more videos with him. And kung may questions kayo, lagay nyo lang sa comment section. Then lalagay ko rin sa description yung Kamuning Bakery para kung gusto nyo magkape tapos makasama siya with social distancing. Andun lang lahat yun sa Kamuning Bakery. So, I hope you guys got a lot from this. Pero, sa susunod na video, babalik ta rin natin. Kinakabahan na ako. Oo, Wilson will ask questions naman.
I want to ask questions.
So, abangan nyo. Trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all in the next video. God bless you all.